name is Sally Colón, and I am so excited for today's show because anyone that knows me knows I love reality TV. So my guest today is a national reporter. He's a producer on Yahoo News. He's a professor at USC journalism, and he's also his own host on Cinemark, which is amazing. But most notably, he was on The Bachlorette. So please help me welcome Mr. Garin Flowers. Woohoo!
Thank you for having me.
Yes, you're so welcome. So we have a lot to talk about today.
We do. Let's get to it.
Let's get to it. So I want to start with something totally like sideways.
Okay.
I didn't even mention it in the intro.
Okay.
Your parking videos. He has, first of all, follow him on Instagram. What's your Instagram?
At Garin Flowers, Garin.
At Garin Flowers. Okay, follow him on Instagram because he has these incredible videos. And I don't even know how I got started. I want to know. We're going to start there. We're going to talk all things Bachelorette, but we're going to start there. So how did you even start doing these videos from your apartment?
Yeah, so a little bit of context. I basically record people outside of my window, parallel parking.
Yes.
And they're notoriously bad. I mean, it's all I do is just look outside for 10 minutes and I'll get one or two cars, people just like not doing well. So,
but how do you get it right when they're doing it? That's do you just stand by the window and wait for somebody to show up and park?
I know,
like,
right? It's
what?
crazy. So my secret is I just keep looking out the window, you know? Sometimes I'll work by the window because, you know, I have my laptop to work at home. Yeah. But a lot of times I'll just walk by the window, just check outside. And if I see someone like kind of pull up, I'm like, oh, they're about to park. So I run and grab my phone. Oh, they're about to park. So sometimes I miss the beginning when they first start backing up.
Right.
And then I always get the whole like,
okay, so listen.
For 10 minutes.
So listen, I want to tell you guys, make sure that you follow Garin because then you'll know exactly what we're talking about right now. It is so funny. I crack up. I watch every single video and I crack up. And now you have its own Instagram page.
Yes.
And what is that? That's
at The Parking Saga.
At The Parking Saga. Okay,
yes,
perfect. All right, so let's get right into it. So I want to talk a little bit about The Bachelorette.
Okay.
Because this season for me is just not doing it for me. Listen, it's enough to put all your energy and emotional, you know, whatever, to one Bachelorette. Now they're having us put all our energy and emotions into two Bachelorettes. And I'm just not into it, but I want to get your opinion on it.
I pretty much feel the same way you do. I love when shows switch it up, you know, just the nature of something different.
Sure.
But it's the hype leading up to it, right? You have to kind of deliver. And I just feel like it's been a little rough.
Why do you think it's been rough?
I don't even think the producers really knew what they were getting themselves into. Because you see Jesse Palmer, the host, sometimes come out and say, we're actually, give me 1 second. Okay, these are the rules of this season. It's like mid-season. He's like, these are the rules, you know? Yeah. So I think them not really knowing what direction it's going is a part of it. And just, it's just not compelling, really. You know what I mean? Like, no shade on anyone, but it's just not really captivating like that.
I'm not feeling it.
Yeah.
I'm just not feeling it. So there's two Bachelorettes, Gabby and Rachel. I want your opinion. And be honest. What do you think about the two of them? Their personalities, their vibe? Because I have my opinion and I'm going to give it. You know,
first of all, I'm a huge fan of like past contestants being the lead.
Yeah.
So I would have preferred someone who had been on, you know, season 21 or season 20 or season 19 as opposed to the season before. I get it that there's the hype, but they didn't have the chance to heal and get over the, you know, the trauma of being, you know, dumped on national TV, and maybe they're heartbroken if they fell in love, and just then your life just kind of is just a whirlwind. You kind of need time out of the limelight a little bit. Like had I gone on the show again after everything was happening, it just would have been all about the showbiz, because like you're getting all this fanfare and you're getting all this attention. It's hard to live in the moment.
Yeah.
And so
what's your opinion about them? I want to get your real, true, honest opinion about their personalities, about like their vibe.
They're awkward for sure. They're awkward for sure.
Yes.
I think they're both nice women for the most part. But Gabby was awkward in the beginning, and I think Rachel was more smooth, and then it's kind of reversed now. Gabby's very comfortable with the guys who are left with her, and she's just kind of owning it.
Yeah.
And Rachel's been more awkward with the guys towards the end, like not really knowing what to do. Like she brought Tyler on a hometown date just to break up mid-hometown date. I don't know if that's ever happened. I haven't watched every season, but
I felt so because Tyler reminds me of like, he's kind of young.
Yeah, he is.
And he has his young personality. So I felt like she kind of broke his heart. Yeah. And then having to go back into the house and the family's talking about, we can't wait to meet her. And then all of a sudden he comes in alone and he's like, she's not coming. I was like, oh my gosh, like that poor kid.
She's mid-20s, so I give her a lot of grace. Like, how many mistakes would I have made mid-20s being the bachelor, right? Like, I probably wouldn't have been a good bachelor early 30s. Like, just now at this point, being mid-30s, I feel like I know myself and how to handle my emotions, how to handle someone else's heart, you know what I mean? So I can't imagine what she's going through mid-20s dealing with it, but it's not great, but also not terrible. And not as bad as Clayton. She's not doing as bad as Clayton did. So I'll tell you what.
Clayton was a mess, but I thought that Claire was kind of a mess too. But we won't even go. That's a whole nother show.
Right.
But I was gonna say, for me, I feel like Rachel has been a little bit whiny, a little bit too much. You know, oh my God, I don't know if I could do this. Oh my God, and everything is like this whiny. I was just talking to my girlfriends about this. I think it was last night, and we all kind of felt the same way. It's like, enough with the whining. You're on a freaking national television show. You're going to have so many endorsements after this probably. And like people, you know, bringing you in to pay you to speak at, you're fine. You know what I mean? So for me, it's like, just take a deep breath and stay classy until the end of the show. That's my opinion. Now, the whole Gabby thing for me, and I'm going to be as nice as I can when I say this, I just feel like she's on something. Is it just me?
What do you mean on something like just her
like a Xanax or like something? She's on something.
Her personality's got something going on.
Right, producer Angie. You know what the problem is? That we have executive producer Andy and producer Angie.
Yeah.
So it's like Andrie. I'm just gonna call you Andrie. What do you think about it? Are you watching? Yeah, she's on something. What do you think? What's your opinion?
I don't know. I don't know. It's just, it could be she's quirky, or she could be on something. Who knows? But I definitely know exactly what you're talking about.
Something's happening.
She's got like she's kind of jittery, and I don't know.
Jittery.
Doesn't always look like she's all there sometimes.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah, I agree. All right, so we got there's like a couple more weeks. So it's hometown, and then the men tell all. So that's going to be interesting. And then the finale. Who do you think that they're each going to choose?
Well, one, I hate that there's no more diversity. Like, they've gotten rid of pretty much everyone who was a diverse contestant, except for Avon. Avon is still there. I think he lives in Long Beach or somewhere from Cali.
Is he local? Okay.
Yeah, I believe so. But number one, I hate that. But who are they going to end up with? I think Tino for sure with Rachel. You know, he's been the front runner since day one.
Yeah,
he got the first impression rose.
His dad, though, was a mess.
Oh.
His dad at Hometowns, first of all, I'm going to be so mean right now saying this. He had a little bit of short man syndrome. He was not nice.
Listen, you're allowed to be mean to the dad with the way he was to Rachel.
He was rude.
But I'm going to be honest with you. I loved it. I thought it was great. I was like, let her know how you feel, you know? But seriously, you're coming in my house.
That's true.
After a month of knowing my son to tell me that you want to marry him.
You're expecting an engagement, right?
What do you know about my son? And he's just like the way he is with people, and he's the nicest person. You could say that about anybody. You know, what do you know about him?
That's true.
You know what I mean? And she didn't answer the questions
just because you said it.
I thought it was great TV. Now, once like the dust settled and everything, I was like, okay, if I was in her shoes, how would I feel? But I thought it was great because like, don't put yourself in that position to meet someone's parents if you're not ready.
That's true. You're right about that. And then who do you think Gabby's going to choose?
I don't even remember the guys' names. They're so unassuming to me. They're just so unassuming. Zach's one of them, right? Like, I don't even know.
Right?
The guy who his father was sick. He might have passed away. I think I saw on Instagram,
he did pass away.
Which is terrible, and I feel sorry for him.
They did a memorial, like a little dedication at the end of the last episode.
Oh, was that?
Yeah, it was him.
Okay, I didn't know who the dedication was for.
I looked it up.
Okay.
Because I was like, who died?
I look at dedications sometimes. I want to know, like, why didn't you just put who the dedication is to? You know, but I think he's probably going to.
I like him.
Yeah,
I like him. He's good looking. He's got good hair.
I don't like his hair. It's like weird.
don't
It's like weird.
I mean, it's
like
kind
a
of
mohawk.
shaved, and then he has like a little bit of a mohawk in the back.
Yeah, that's something I don't like about
it.
him. No.
I kind of like it. I don't know. It's different. It's kind of different.
But I like him as a guy, though. He seems like great, you know.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
So we'll move on from the Bachelorette because, and then Angie, if anybody comes in with a question, if you have a question for Garin about Bachelorette, just bring it in. Angie will let me know. So you also do Yahoo News.
Yes.
You're a reporter for Yahoo News.
Yeah,
so
national reporter and producer.
Yeah. So tell me about that.
I worked as a TV news reporter for 7 years.
Right.
So in Florida, I was covering Florida man stories, Florida woman stories, hurricanes,
Until 2018,
politics.
right? It was like 2000.
Until 2018.
Yeah, 2018.
This week is my 4-year anniversary in LA. Yeah. So this is this is the perfect way to celebrate my anniversary in LA. And so I left news, and I thought I would never look back, you know, because just I felt like my time had come and gone, and I did what I was going to do. Yeah. And I moved out to LA to pursue my dreams. You know, I want to be a game show host and just be a host in general. And the opportunity for Yahoo News came along, and it showed me that you can have a job in news that's not, you know, like a terrible quality of life.
Doesn't always have to be bad.
Yeah, and pulling at you all day, every day, and stressing you out, and you know, and it's actually a positive environment, and you get uplifted by your managers, and it's positive. So I said, you know, I'm definitely down to do this again. So it's been great reporting again because I feel like I wasn't done. I feel like I had a lot left to give to news. Okay. And I just won a Telly Award recently, so that was cool.
Nice, I saw that. And you're also Emmy nominated.
Emmy nominated.
Congrats on that.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's amazing.
So it's been a great return.
Yeah, right? Give it up. Yeah. Give it up for
Thank you.
That's right. We got our live audience.
So it's been great returning until I do, you know, end up getting to where I want to be out here in Hollywood.
What's the latest news right now? What's the top story in Yahoo News?
The top story is the Trump Mar-a-Lago search. Like there was an affidavit that was released today, I think. I saw the headline, something about the affidavit. So I don't know if it was released or not, but that was the big news today.
So I saw that you brought a rose.
Yeah. So you know, I was waiting to see how the interview went.
We can wait to the end.
You know, I still need a little bit of time to figure out whether I want to offer the rose. You know what I mean?
All right. Do we have to make out before you give me the rose, or how does that work?
If you want to, you know,
like on camera. Let's ask the people. Do you want us to make out before he gives me the rose? I'm just wondering. Angie will let me know what's going on over there.
Well, the question is, do you kiss on first dates? You know, that's a big question.
That's a good question. You answer first.
Of course, I don't mind kissing.
Always?
Not always, but if the vibe's there, always. If the vibe is there, yeah, I won't try to push for it if there's not an opportunity or whatever. I want it to just be natural.
Is it like, are you like a drink in before you do the kissing, or are you like sober during this time?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't.
I don't need to have a drink to have a good time.
Okay. Okay then. All right, show. So for me, I try not to kiss on the first date.
Okay.
But if I'm a drink in and I'm feeling good, I'm just saying.
It's like, okay.
I try not to on the first date. But have I? Yes.
Okay.
But I was like a drink and a half in probably for that. I was feeling good.
So you're still single too?
I'm still single, yeah. Ready to mingle.
What's going on?
Should we just make out right now? Okay, all right. Do you have any questions for Garin? Okay, I'm just trying to switch the subject. All right, so tell me what because we talked on Clubhouse. By the way, we met on Clubhouse.
Yes,
and most of the guests that come here, that's why it's called Welcome to My Clubhouse, I have met on Clubhouse, which I love. I love that app.
I love the name. I love the app. Everything.
Thank you. It's the best app ever. Yeah. Like I really, truly love the app. So I heard you talking in one of the rooms about you, and you mentioned it on the show earlier that you want to be a game show host. So if there's anybody watching right now, I'm just saying, we got Instagram, we got TikTok, we got Amazon Live. If you're a producer and you have a game show that you're looking for a host, my man Garin is available. Call him.
I can do it. He can do it.
I could totally see you hosting like a game show, right, Angie? Because you just have the personality. You're as cute as can be.
Thank you.
You know, super handsome. You got the personality. You're smart.
Thank you.
You know, he's a freaking professor at USC, you guys.
Thank you.
So listen, 2 things. Number 1, if you have a show that you need a host for, he's right here. Number 2, he's single, ready to mingle. So women, if you're looking for a hot, smart, good-looking host, boyfriend, he's right here. What's your number? I'm kidding. Okay, I'm just messing.
You don't have to answer.
You don't have to.
But she gives you-
That's right.
I'm glad Angie said yes to your question. She could have been like, no. Is the answer no?
Exactly. So when you were, just to go back really quickly, because I thought Claire she was just kind of a little bit of an oddball to me. She was very outspoken, but I thought it was like a too much. She was a little bit dramatic. Is that how it felt when you were on the show with her? Because that's how it presented itself on TV.
That's how she was with group dates. With group dates, she was very intense and sort of like holding it down, you know what I mean? Like feeling like she always needed to defend herself when there wasn't necessarily anything to defend, you know, but one-on-one, she was great. I mean, I was so captivated by our conversations. She was a good listener. She wanted to know, you know, things about you, I don't know whether she was into each guy or not, into me or not, she still was like listening, giving eye contact, asking good questions, and she was stunning. So one-on-one was great, you know.
Is she beautiful in person?
Oh, like one of the most beautiful. Like, great, yeah, like absolutely stunning.
And I love that she was older. That part I really loved, because I was like, these 20-something girls, to me, it's great, but I just feel like they haven't really developed completely. So you're not getting the full brain function of these young girls. But with Claire, when they said she was like, what, 30?
She was 39 at the time.
39. So I'm still, and we'll end with the Bachelorette talk with this, but Angie, if there's any questions, let me know. So I met the creator of The Bachelorette and The Bachelor. I was at some event that they were doing, the tour that they were doing on stage, and I walked over to him and I gave him my card and I said, listen, I know that all these girls are like 30-somethings, 20-somethings. I'm a little bit older. I would like to be the Bachelorette. I will be your first, like, older Bachelorette. I'm available. I gave him my card. I said, if you decide to do that, call me.
Right.
Because we need, listen, there's so many divorcees. There's so many divorced women who are moms, who are beautiful. And look at J-Lo. Look at, you know, Halle Berry, like, in their late 40s. Look at Sally. Hello.
Like,
I'm getting
we don't have to go too
baby.
far. We don't have to go to Miami. We don't have to go to right here in the studio.
Just right here, right now.
What are you talking about?
But I'm serious. There's so many beautiful women that are in their 40s or 50s. We're mature. We're intelligent. We've had transformation. We've had therapy. Like, we've worked through some stuff. And so we're like good to go. But of course we're picky because we've cleaned our act up, you know? So what do you think about an older Bachelorette? Would you be into it?
I love that.
Really?
I date mostly older women, hence dating Claire. So I love that. And I don't think you need to have a Bachelorette in her 20s or low 30s to have a successful show. I mean, you know, our season was the highest rated out of the last few seasons, you know, so I think that they should definitely explore that.
See?
And just switch it up. Like I said, I like when they switch things up. So, you know, they've got a Bachelorette in her 20s on this one. Like, why not someone in their 40s? Why not someone from like season, 8 who's still single? You know what I mean?
To come back. That's actually not a bad idea.
It'd be so cool. It'd be so cool.
Oh, I would love that. That's a great idea, huh? Yeah, I love that. So you're also a professor at USC. Like, how did that happen?
So when I moved here, it was like, you have to make money, you know, and a lot of people do odd jobs or they bartend, waiting tables. Right? That's the big LA thing. That big LA thing. I did it when I first came here. Angie did it too. Exactly. It's like, are you an actor? Do you wait tables? Like, you know, just tell people what it is you do. And so instead of, for me, waiting tables, I was like, I have a master's. Why don't I teach? Right. So I reached out to USC. They appreciated my email and they liked my resume, my CV, and next thing you know, I had a meeting with them, and it took about 3 or 4 meetings in about 8 months, and then they decided to hire me. So I've been there for about 3 years. That's amazing. Yeah, and the students are happy to have you. Do they recognize you? So a couple students do. Okay. Every now and then students will recognize me because we were mid-pandemic when I was on. So I didn't have a chance to be walking campus and all those things. Oh, okay. But we were virtual, and my students were just like so giddy about it, you know, and like they never wanted to bring it up because they were nervous. So they would say like, "Hi, Mr. Bachelor Professor," you know. That's so funny, Mr. Bachelor Professor. So now that we're back on campus, some will recognize me. Others will hear about it through word of mouth. And then I dropped that bomb on them on the first day of class this week because we did like a fun fact, you know. Aww. And this one girl right in the front was like, literally. They were like, "You completely killed us with our, fun facts," and I was like, "I wasn't trying to." That's the best. So we got about 5 more minutes. Okay. And I like to give, if there's a question or something you want to promote,
I'd like to give my guests that like final word, and then of course we need to find out if I'm going to get the rose or not. So
Okay.
am I getting the rose today or not?
That's what I was going to see. I have a question. What question do I have?
Uh-oh.
Well, Sally,
Yes,
you
Garin.
know, this has been a fun interview, and I think that I appreciated the questions you asked, and I just want to know, would you accept this rose?
Oh my God. Yes, I will.
Yeah.
We should.
Now with the hug.
We should hug. Should we make out? Just kidding. No, producer Angie says no.
Dang it, Angie.
This is so
Dang it, Angie.
beautiful.
That was my moment. That was my moment.
That was your moment. And then you brought your favorite Amazon thing.
So my favorite actually is a keyboard.
Yes.
But I know that a producer would have asked me to play. So I
Heck
was like,
yeah.
I'm not good enough yet to play. So I just brought my Amazon shades. You know
Ooh,
what
I like those.
So, you know.
Show the audience. And there's your camera right there. Close up on Garin and his, there you go, right here. Your camera's over here on this side.
Oh, yeah, my camera's right there.
Yeah, right there.
Okay. I got a phone here, a camera here, you know what I mean? So, but yeah.
There they are.
Oh, they're all right.
And how much did you pay for those?
I think it was like 12 or 15 bucks.
12 or
something
$15.
like that.
So
Yeah,
Amazon favorite thing right there. So if you want those glasses, they're available on Amazon.
It's available on Amazon. Yes.
All right, so we're gonna wrap this up. Tell us where you can be reached, your Instagram, because people need to follow you. You got to follow his parking videos as well.
Yes,
So
yes,
make sure that you follow Garin on all of it. So tell the audience, what are your Instagram handles?
Absolutely. You can find me on all platforms, even Pinterest. I got Pinterest somewhere, you know. Instagram at Garin Flowers, also on Twitter. I'm trying to figure out like the best way to like, you know, post on all the different platforms, but at Garin Flowers on Instagram and Twitter. I have a Facebook page, just Garin Flowers. On TikTok is Flowers on Flowers. And that's it.
That's it.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
You're amazing. I got the rose.
All right.
So I just want to thank everyone for joining me on Welcome to My Clubhouse. This has been such a fun show. Make sure that you guys are watching The Bachlorette. I wonder who it's going to be.
Yes.
We'll see you next time on Welcome to My Clubhouse. Bye.
Yes. We're going to go kiss behind the scenes.